Jayson Christopher Tatum was born on March 3, 1998, in St. Louis, Missouri, to parents Jayson Tatum and Brandy Cole. Jayson's parents were never married, and Cole raised him as a single mother. But Justin Tatum was always seemingly around the child's life and often checked up on him while the mother and son lived together. Brandy Cole was 18 years old when she found out she was pregnant with Jayson. At that time, she was on her way to college, but never thought about dropping out. She was pregnant during the majority of her freshman year in college. She then had Jayson during spring break, and after delivering the young, healthy boy, she went back to class. However, Brandy brought Jayson with her to classes. As a toddler, the young Tatum attended classes with his mom because there was no other person who could take care of him back home. Even after her undergraduate studies, Brandy kept studying. She went to business school and eventually law school as well, and the entire time, the young Jayson was there with her. The mother and son duo did not spend their earlier years together in the most comfortable of situations. Brandy had to juggle time as a student and as a responsible mother, and there were moments when the family had nothing. They had already moved out of Brandy's parents' house when Jayson was just 6 years old because the mother wanted a life together with her son. But things were never easy for them. Brandy Cole bought a two-bedroom home for the two of them in the hopes of beating the poverty statistics about teenage single mothers. She worked hard for her education, but things still were not easy for the family. There were bills left unpaid, utilities cut off, and no furniture to enjoy in the house. Jayson Tatum and his mother had to share a bed because they could not even afford a second one. But Brandy kept dreaming and working hard for her son. She supported herself through law school in the hopes of providing a better future for Jayson Tatum. And all that time, the young Tatum was there as a witness to her hardships. He saw how she had to go through thick law books, and the one thing he said to his mom was that he never wanted to be someone who had to read those books. So that was when he dreamed of what was seemingly an impossible goal for him. When Jayson Tatum was in first grade, his teacher asked him what he wanted to become in the future. In what seemed like a prophetic statement from the young boy, he said that he wanted to become an NBA player. However, the teacher told him to change his dream into something she thought was more realistic. This caused Brandy to confront the teacher to tell her that she had no right to tell the young Jayson what he cannot achieve. After all, Brandy herself was the perfect picture of what pursuing your dreams meant. Knowing that he had a dream to accomplish and using his mom as his role model in life to pursue what others were saying was an impossible goal for him, Jayson Tatum worked harder than anyone else. As early as 5:30 in the morning, he would go and tell his mom that he was going out to train. He was so hard-working that he even surprised his father. Justin Tatum himself was no slouch as a basketball player. The 6'7" forward played bigger than he was and was a productive member for St. Louis University for 3 years. He even helped that team win the conference championship in 2000. In the 3 years he spent with St. Louis, he averaged 8.2 points and 5.3 rebounds. During his days with St. Louis, Justin Tatum often brought his son with him. That was Jayson's first brush with basketball, and he fell in love with it just by watching his father perform well for his team. After St. Louis, Justin pursued a career overseas as a professional basketball player. During that time, he still managed to support his son and checked up on him frequently. Because of Justin's influence on Jayson, the young boy started playing basketball. It was when he was only 3 years old when he played his first game at the local YMCA. After that, he could not stop talking about basketball and always wanted to play it. There were even times when Brandy had to drive him 50 minutes once in the morning and another time in the afternoon because there were games he wanted to play. He simply loved playing basketball so much. After his career overseas, Justin Tatum landed a job as a coach at Soldan High School in St. Louis. That gave him and Jayson some time to bond, as the younger Tatum often practiced and ran with bigger and older high school players. That showed how much Jayson Tatum loved basketball and how serious he already was to reach greatness in that sport. At a young age, Jayson Tatum was already doing stuff on the basketball court that his youth coaches did not even remember teaching him. He got a lot of attention from the crowd and often left them surprised and speechless with the things he was doing.